So I contributed to the citizen review of the NDEQ draft report on the KXL, and my role was to determine if the DEQ violated its mandate to ensure the vendor contracted for preparation of the Supplemental Environmental Impact Statement. HDR Incorporated has no conflict of interest or relationship to any pipeline carrier that applies for an oil permit. What I found really disturbed me, not just because I found a plethora of conflicts of interest, but also because these conflicts were so easy to find. I can't believe the NDEQ would commission this company to conduct what is supposed to be an impartial analysis of their route. First, and this is on HDR's website, the stated goal of HDR is to help oil and gas clients overcome the challenges of increasing government regulation and oversight and harsh physical and political climates and exploit the opportunities. They promise to provide reliable service and strategic integrated solutions to these challenges. Among the services they provide to oil pipeline companies is helping them through the environmental planning and permitting process. HDR provides one-stop shopping to oil pipeline companies so these companies can focus on what they do best, deliver oil. This is mostly quoted material from their website. It's not hard to see that their work is to get permits granted to oil pipeline companies, not to provide impartial reviews. This business plan is clearly reflected in the DEQ report, which I'll just say is extremely flawed, and you've heard many complaints tonight about this report. HDR's conflict of interest in this project goes further. HDR has worked on 2 previous projects with TransCanada, which is significant because another tenet of good business is to keep customers happy and coming back. Clearly, HDR wants to keep TransCanada as its customer. Its report gives TransCanada raving reviews. The conflict of interest goes on. HDR has invested over $128,000 in candidates that have given their public support for Keystone XL, even introduced legislation to force the pipeline through our nation. These include Lee Terry, Mitch McConnell, Jim Inhofe, and John Boehner, among many others. These same candidates have received over $2 million in donations from various players in the oil industry that will directly benefit from the Keystone XL. To reiterate, this is solely money from companies who will directly benefit, not just oil companies or pipeline companies in general. These companies include Shell, Exxon, Koch Industries, Pentana, Valero, BP, Devon, and even TransCanada. I wish I was done, but I'm not. HDR is currently working with Exxon on a project and has recently worked with Valero. It is currently working to develop infrastructure dependent on the development of the Bakken Shale region, which is supposedly slated to contribute oil to the Keystone XL. Thus, HDR will directly benefit from whatever expansion of infrastructure may occur in the Bakken Shale as a result of Keystone XL. The commissioning of HDR for this project's environmental impact statement was negligent. The NDEQ's mandate was to provide an impartial review to ensure the welfare of Nebraskans. That is simply not possible for a company with so much interest in this project to do. If you've read through the NDEQ report prepared by HDR, you'll probably notice that a lot of the issues and questions people have brought up tonight are either barely addressed or not addressed at all. This is not because these concerns are not valid. It's because if HDR were to have addressed these concerns, they would not have provided TransCanada with a favorable result as advertised on their website. So I'm calling on the NDEQ to not only answer the questions that the citizens have brought tonight, but to do it without HDR's help, because HDR is not capable of fulfilling the mandate of the NDEQ. Thank you.